Where were you born? Is my question. It's a simple question. It's not a question that I want to drag on too much. Where were you born? Where were you born? Some of y'all want to say the hospital, huh? Some of y'all want to say California, huh? I contend to say Earth, Tiamat. Where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Well, I have to ask you because I'm almost positive that if you're watching this video, you are on one or two sides of the field. When I speak of the field, I'm talking about commerce. We have the private and we got the public, right? We have the private and the public, both involved in commerce. How many people, I mean, there's only a couple places, I mean, there's a lot of places in the world that ask you the very question I just asked you just a moment ago. So if you're being asked that very question, this is a video for you. Even if you already know. If you already know, you can share this with somebody who doesn't know. But where do you live? That's a tricky question when you're dealing with commerce. Very, very tricky question, and it can get you caught up in a lot of trouble if you answer that question too truthful. Or maybe not too truthful. Too honest. I'll say that. Because if you answered it truthful, depending on your beliefs, then you just might get yourself out of it. What do I mean when I say truthful? I mean, well, do you like anybody just asking you random questions? Do you like anybody just saying anything to you? Like, who are these people to you? For you to be answering any question to anyone that is not directly involved in your life. Who are they to you? And why would you be asking me questions pertaining to my personal fucking life? Unless you had some hidden agenda or some intentions unforeseen that you are not completely what's the word I'm looking for? Revealing to me. Because unless you just amongst some people out just partying or networking or something, you're pretty much not going to get asked these questions unless you're trying to establish a relationship with somebody, some kind of bond, some type of marriage, some type of union, right? Because that's what marriage means. It means union. You know what I'm saying? A friend is someone you're willing to invest in, right? So all these things transpire around relationships. So people ask questions to either establish a relationship or to have an ulterior intention or motive that's meaningful. I mean, this is how it goes. And unfortunately, the very system that rules today has been catered to that very nature. So I ask a simple question. Do Where do you come from? Where do you live? If I asked you questions like that, you probably wouldn't want to answer those questions from a random stranger, a person who doesn't fucking know you. So why is my next question? Why do you answer the code enforcers' questions and the judges' questions and all of these other people's questions in uniform? Why? Why do you consent when you don't allow other people to do so in their uniforms? Because they're walking around in uniforms too. Their uniforms just aren't as threatening, right? Because the psyche game that's going on here is pretty predictable. The predictability here is pretty key on. You could see a person and damn near know from his uniform where, what, how, and what could transpire depending on if you press these buttons. They're placing people within boxes of predictability, and it's becoming quite disgusting, quite robotic in a way that is frightening. Like you could see someone with Vans on. I'll give you a quick description. Vans on, maybe dreads, skinny jeans, with a small shirt and backpack or something. You could presume that he probably smokes, he probably skateboards. You understand what I'm saying? You could categorize people nowadays, and it's key on. It's a little ugly, and it's becoming disgusting. And when you realize where you are, you have to really start diving into some questions that you have to ask yourself. Why are these people attacking me? And why every time I try to shake loose, every time I try to live my life, and once I get something going, I get shit going, these motherfuckers come knocking at my door, asking me for something, asking me questions. It has everything to do with the lack of just not knowing where you are and what you're doing. Because you've been duped. You've been deceived. You've been told wrong. I'm sorry. You have been taught and told wrong. So what do you do about this? What do you do about this? If you have signed a contract of any sort, this video in particular is to debtors. I'm talking to debtors right now. I'm talking to debtors. I'm talking to people who keep running. That is the definition of a debtor. That is what a debtor is. Keep on running and keep on thinking you're going to be safe. Now, see, Lucifer coming for his property. You might not understand what I mean when I say Lucifer. Lucifer is a made up man, but the force itself is real, very much so real. And that force moves through America and the nations that were established through commerce. All these nations, all under the rule of Lucifer, depending on which jurisdiction you reside in. Which again, once again, I just explained to you as a force. Don't get spooky. This force works collectively for one goal and one purpose only. That's mass domination. That's control of your mind, your body, your soul. You understand? And as of right now, you and me are victims to that very, 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 very ugly truth. So what do we do about that? How do we get out of this? How do we reverse this? What do we do? See this? My videos don't go viral, man. They won't go viral because this is information they don't want you to tap into. They don't want you to get to this type of stuff. They don't want your mind to be tampered with in this type of way. We have two types of worlds that exist here in commerce. We have a private world and we have a public world. The way you conduct yourself in the public world is completely different from the way you would conduct yourself in the private world. Now, see, you have been deceived to believe that you have to have an ample amount of money to be in the private world. That is where the deception has come in. You are in the private capacity as of right now. You are sovereign. You are in complete control as of right now as you are watching this video. It is when you answer questions that really don't belong to you in general, is when you lose your sovereignty. What do I mean? What do I mean? Well, where do you live? Where do you fucking live? Well, me, if you asked me the questions like that, I would say I live in the confinements of my body. I reside, if you ask me where's my residence, I reside in the confinements of my skin. Who do you represent? Well, I represent myself as a man of the Most High, the all, the creator of flesh and blood, man, in the full capacity of sound and mind and reasoning. I would say something like that. If you asked me to come here, or hey you, hey boy, that ain't my name. What do you? I continue to keep walking. I don't see you. You don't exist. What are you? I don't know you. Is your name you? Well, what is your name, sir? Well, what do you mean? What is my name? Is how I would ask the question back. What do you mean? What is my name, officer, sir? What do you mean? I have many names. I have many titles. Daddy, father, son, Must I go on? So please refer your question to me a little differently, and I will provide a better answer to you. But I can guarantee you they won't. The semantics will continue, and they will ask you very, 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 very broad and straightforward questions. Once you've seen this pattern long enough, you will understand. But if you're afraid, if you're not awake, if you took the blue pill, when you see this big beefy looking, because they pick a certain type of employee. See this big beefy ass, donut eating ass, I get free Chick-fil-A ass looking motherfucker walking up to your window, touching your private property, asking you questions like, where do you live? What is your name? Where do you reside? Can I have your license and registration? All these questions asking. If he has so much authority, why he ain't just doing it? Can you pull over to the side for me, sir? I conditionally accept upon proof of claim that you have the authority to do what you're claiming you want me to do. But sure, no problem. Why are you asking me so many questions if you have so much authority? You must not have the authority you say you do, huh? So, me, I've been doing some things. I've been tampering with the system a little bit. I've been going out here just seeing some stuff. Seeing how things twerk and how things glitch. It's been interesting. Very, very interesting. I've been pulled over multiple times by some officers and I haven't yet shared this information. But I've been purposely driving without a license for about 2 or 3 years now. And I have purposely driven with a suspended tag on multiple cars on multiple occasions for a while now. Just slowly dipping my feet into this thing. And it's all semantics. It's all trickery. It's all play game. I even figured out how to make these things go away if you even consent. But I've learned how to also get beyond the point of them even writing me any tickets. Them stopping me, we having a nice conversation, and them driving off and going about their day. Sir, just get the tag fixed if you da 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 da. Overstand, officer. Enjoy your day. These are people, just like you and I. The judge too. It's funny, I was at the grocery store and I seen the old dickhead judge that slapped me up a couple of years ago, right there in the line. And I'm just like, it hit me. It hit me that day. I'm like, man, these are people. These are motherfucking people. I mean, this nigga had on some beach pants and some sandals. He ain't look so tough from that high ass podium with that black ass motherfucking death suit he had on. with that hammer like he was about to condemn me to hell. He didn't look so tough. He looked real fluffy. Real fluffy. It's all trickery. It's all semantics. The bailiff in the half out his weight, belly hanging the fuck out. Got his hand on his hip the whole time. Like this hand on his hip and shit in court. It's all semantics. It's all semantics. It's all trickery. It's all Halloween, man. You don't have to answer these questions, man. You do not have to volunteer. The worst thing that you could ever fucking do in life is volunteer into something. We do this every single day. On the internet now more than ever. You just signing shit up, and you just clicking, accept, done. Don't even know what you opting into. In the fine print, they could be saying, at 12 o'clock at 12 a.m. every night, we're going to tap into your webcam and use your webcam for an experiment on, from that time from 12 to 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. where we do a test on this. I mean, y'all not understand. This shit, we gotta wake up. We gotta stop it, man. The lack of not caring starts within the food, y'all. All of these videos, if you watch them, I'm telling you, they all mesh together. We gotta stop answering questions, man. You could simply say, I don't understand. If you get too scared, I don't understand. I don't understand. Explain to me. Explain to me. I don't understand. And if you don't understand, that should lead you to want to understand. So if you want to understand, then you need to be diving in books like contract law, since these are contracts that they have gotten us in. And as I've said before in multiple videos, since you have registered yourself in, not only do they have the land, do they have the money, but now they got your body. If they own your body, how free do you really think you are? Just a question you should ponder overnight. Get back to me. Maybe leave a comment or something. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to feel confident knowing that you are not alone on this journey, you want to tune in. Ride the train to Zion with me. It is I, your boy, Red, Ride Love, a.k.a. Red 8, Captain of the A-Holes. Captain of the U.S. A-Holes, man. Let that be understood, man. That is something that is dear to my heart. A lot of my ancestors fought for this land and died fighting for this land. Died fighting for this land. A lot of blood spilled on these very grounds. As a U.S. citizen, I've been underneath the clinches of this system far too long, and I don't want it no more. I'm rising above this system. I'm taking control of that which was taken from me. I'm not running no more. I'm rising above this shit. So for those who are with me, once again, in this society, you are created out to be everything but something great. If that's what you allow them to see, you have to just be yourself, be free, stay strong, and fight, yo. This is an encouraging video for those who are waking up Stay strong.